All right, so today we're working on doing all the rest of the Clecos and the footwell, but there's one thing that I've seen a lot of other Factory 5 people do that I'm trying to do myself. So, see this here? This is usually one piece. Now, I've tried to cut that as nice and as smooth as I can. The reason why people make this a separate panel is because past here, you really won't have access to it because the front of the dashboard is there and the firewall. But this, people like to have it so they can have it be a removable panel so they can have access to the master cylinders for the brakes and the clutch, so it makes it easier to service. But the problem here is now I just cut this and I removed enough material so that there's a little bit of a gap. There's a couple things that we can do. Through the sheer magic of CAD design, and when I say CAD, I mean cardboard-aided design, we're going to make another panel that has some support underneath this, or over top of it, I haven't quite decided yet, that will rivet to one side, and then on the other side we'll have riv nuts. That way we can thread it through, because these are all going to be riv nutted too, so we can just remove the whole panel. Alright, so I kind of have the panel, it's going to go underneath there like that. So I'll just take this and cut metal out of this. Thanks to the wonders of cardboard, I have a little piece. This metal is like, it's just as thick as this, maybe a hair thinner. But that's okay. So fit in there. So that looks pretty good. So then what I'm gonna do is, I think what I'll do is I'll rivet it to this, and then I'll put riv nuts in this, and then this can, when this goes on top of it, I could just put 2 to 3 bolts in there, and that'll even it all out. So, pretty good. This panel is now Clecoed in. It's gonna have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rivets to hold that on there. It's gonna be on there pretty good. We'll actually keep the structural integrity of it pretty darn good too. So, and what I'll do is I'll Cleco that in, and then I'm gonna put riv nuts on that. So we'll have to drill our holes for that after I put this panel back on.
If you're looking for a great way to support our channel, check out lowboostfilms.com. Not only does this support the channel, but you'll look great while you do it as well. We have a great selection of different types of apparel and merchandise that you guys can buy. I also have a selection of car parts and tools that we've reviewed on the channel that we know work well for sale on there as well at a good price, so make sure you check it out.
So first I drilled the 1/8 inch pilot holes, and then what I'll do is, to make sure they're nice and tight in there, I'll Cleco all of them, except the one that I'm drilling, so it can really hold it in place. Now that's holding on there good. And I'll drill the 3/16 hole, which is the bolt hole, and then I have to step it out underneath. So that's there. Take this out. 3/16 hole there. Okay. Take that one out. And then our third 3/16 hole there. Okay. Now that that's there, I'll remove the 4 Clecos here. Take this panel off. And then I'll have to step drill those out. I don't know if I did it enough. I might have to make a bigger panel. We'll see. It might not be. It might be the wrong size. I might have to make it a little wider. We'll see. No, actually, this one maybe. Oh, just barely. Then I'm gonna riv nut those 3, and then I'll have my panel. All the clecos will be riveted in, but now I have my riv nuts in there. So I'll put this back on. Now I'll test fit it with the other one to see exactly how it looks. And that's just going to hold everything in place. With that there, it's really kind of held in place. Now I'll drill my 3/16 holes for all these, and then the riv nuts for all of those, 7 of those as well. Okay, so finishing touches. Let's see how well everything lines up. I mean, I don't know if all of these are overkill, but better to have more than less. There we go. So that is on there nice and stiff. Really no seams or gaps. Obviously, when we're all done, this will be not clecoed in, but all riveted in. And then that should work. So I really like how that came out. Really can't complain. Not how it normally comes, but definitely gives us an access panel to service it later. So got that panel in. We got all the clecos in, getting ready to take everything out and silicone up everything to then permanently place all of the panels down with the permanent rivets. But it's cold out, it's winter out right now in the garage. I just can't get it hot enough, so I might have to get some extra heaters in here or something to get the temperature up high enough so that the silicone is easy to work with. Got to at least be like 50, 60 degrees to have it work with. So that's coming up in a future video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you aren't already subscribed. I got a bunch of videos about this. I got a bunch of videos about my 540i, E36 Turbo LS swap, tons of videos if you guys are into cars. And in the meantime, if you can't wait until next week's video, make sure to check out these videos that I already have ready to go.